All right, so in this video, we're going to be discussing decorators in Python. So basically, a Python decorator would allow us modify or extend the behavior of a function or method without changing its actual code. So they're basically used for things like logging, access control or authentication, and caching of data. Okay, so I'm going to show an example. This is what a regular function would look like. So we have a function to basically greet user, right? And here we expect to have the greeting and the username. Okay, so these are two items we expect to be passed in, of course, as they are both strings. Okay, and we also expect a string as an output. We are simply going to say we want to pass greeting right here. Let's have a formatted string here. Okay, so greeting and the username. So it's more like good morning username, hello username, just like that. Okay, so if we run this, we have something like good morning. So let's go ahead and have good morning, and our username, let's say super developer. Okay, so this is what we have. This is going to be returned, by the way. So let's just put a value here that says greeting equals this, and then we can print greeting. Okay, all right, so now that we have this sample code, if I run this, let's see what we get. Python main.py. So we have good morning super developer. Okay, so let's assume you want to implement logging, right, where you can basically log the information that is returned from here, or you want to log the action that was performed. Okay, so what we can have is something like this. We can have the decorator. Let's call this a logger. We can then implement that logger. So we can say def, and we'll call this logger just like this. We expect a function which is this function, right? We want to either choose to modify or perform something after we call or even before we call that function. All right, so we have the wrapper. So we're going to have a wrapper function just like this, and that wrapper function is going to contain some sort of actions that you want to perform. So we can have something like print we are put this in a comment in a string. We are running the greet user, or we're running the let's just call that the function. Okay, then we can proceed to execute that function just like this. You still have to do this. Okay, next we can say, okay, our function ran completely, or our function is done with its execution. Oh yeah, I just realized we omitted this. Since we have a logger with the func, which is going to basically trigger that function. Our function here, has arguments, so we have to specify. So let's just specify args and keyword arguments, right? Just to show that we can actually work with the value that was also passed in here if we want to. Okay, let's go ahead and so at this point we can actually pass this into like the results just like this, and we can simply return this at this point to return results, right? So we actually have this process execute successfully, and then we return the wrapper. Okay, so if we go ahead and try this out now, let's clear this first, clear cls. Okay, I keep trying to use the Unix command. You see we are running the function. Our function is done with its execution, and good morning super developer, which is the return value from our function. So this is how you get to work with decorators, and this can be very good when setting up authentication systems, right? We'll learn to use this when we start working with fast API for web development. All right, thanks for watching. Do have a wonderful time. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.